All right, Pelicans rookie, no longer a rookie, a rising second-year player, Trey Murphy. Thank you very much for coming in. First, I have to say, can we talk about the look here? The glasses, awesome. The Rodman T-shirt, I mean, fantastic. Were you a fan of Rodman and those Bulls teams growing up?
I didn't get to watch him too much. I'm only 21, going on 22, so didn't really get to see him in person. But I would just say, watching that Last Dance documentary, I got to see Dennis Rodman. I just like how he was just different. He just, was himself, and I really like that about him. And then also the shirt was given to me, so, got to wear the free stuff.
As far as talking about coming into yourself, you have a birthday coming up. You're still 21 years old. How much growing do you think you'll be able to do to let the world and let this city and this team see who you are in the coming years?
I have a lot to learn, and, I'm very aware of that and just, excited to learn and be a part of a team that is still growing and a young core, young nucleus, and, super excited for the future. And birthday coming up on Saturday, so, just wanted to let y'all know that.
People in New Orleans, 22 years old, be careful saying that. You'll be inundated with social media. If I could, you may have actually grown. You're 21 years old. Do you think you actually have grown since being measured in at the NBA Combine last year?
I'll just say I got measured, and they said 6'9" without shoes. And so unless they made a mistake, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say that they didn't make a mistake, and I'll just say 6'10" with shoes on. So, yeah.
So maybe you've grown an inch in the last year.
Something like that.
So you all are working out at the facility right now, and the Pelicans posted a picture that I think got a lot of the fan base excited. You're 6'9", obviously you're a great athlete, but you flexing, I think, shows you've at least put on some weight or have become more defined. What has the offseason been like? Have you gained weight? Has that been a focus of yours this offseason?
Yeah, the main focus this offseason is just, getting stronger. You're playing against a lot of older men, really, that have like dad strength almost, and, you got to really, hold your ground and all that. And so being in the weight room, being consistent with that, eating a lot, and just making sure I stay on my habits has been super big for me because, just trying to make sure I'm competing and, giving it my all next year.
As far as the offseason workouts, we've seen a lot of the pictures of you and Jose and Najee and other guys. How important is it for you all to be here, knowing how you finished and what the expectations are going to be going into the season, that so many guys are here right now taking part in offseason workouts?
Yeah, our chemistry was already really high, but, being here during the summertime when you don't really have to be, is just, more chemistry building and just making our team a more close-knit team. And, just makes it more exciting for the future.
That's what I was going to ask about. Where does that chemistry come from? Is there somebody that it's like follow the leader? This person kind of sets the tone. Is it Griff? Is it Willie? Is it Trajan? Is it a player? Is it an assistant coach? Is it a team effort? Where does that camaraderie come from? Because it seems like you all found something and you're just running with it.
It's tough to really pinpoint one person. I would just say our entire team really likes each other a lot, and then we don't get a lot of stress from our coaching staff. Like, they've been a pretty even-keel coaching staff, and just made sure that we try to stay even-keel because during the season there's so many ups and downs. So I would just say, like, our team as a whole, we just love each other. That's been, like, the thing that I would say the most.
Do you like the fact that there will be expectations next year? I know that Willie Green said when the season ended that most people are going to have a bullseye on your back next year. You're not going to sneak up after what you did at the end of the season. Do you like the expectations? You just finished your first year, so your basis for comparison is limited, but you'll enter your second season with not only as an individual, but as a team with far more expectations.
In all honesty, you don't even really think about it. You just try to play basketball, just play the game you love, you've been playing for your entire life, and, we're going to play as hard as we can each and every night. And I feel like that's what you have to ask for as a fan. Like, did your team compete? Did your team play hard? And I promise you'll be able to answer that question with a yes every single night.
What helped you all become friends? I know we showed the rookie picture of you, Herb, and Jose last year. It's easy to say, we're friends, we all like each other. Is it because you don't come from the same background, you don't come from the same cities? What is that connection? Is it just a love of basketball? Is it just how you were raised? Where do you think the connection comes that makes everybody like each other so much?
In all honesty, I would say because our entire team is, like, really goofy. Like, we have a very, like, goofy team. We crack a lot of jokes, and so, like, everybody's always laughing, and if you're laughing, you're going to be happy. So I think that's where it really started. I think Najee was, like, the person that probably, like, really, like, pushed the limits and, started cracking a lot of jokes. Everybody just loosens up a little bit more, and that's how we all became a loving family, I would say.
As far as Zion, because everybody always talks about Zion, he's practicing with you all right now. How exciting is it that he's healthy? Obviously, he seems like he's in good spirits, and to have him partaking in offseason with you all after everything he had to deal with last year.
No, it's super exciting. I mean, that's somebody that's a generational talent, and you're bringing them into the team, and, makes you really excited for the next year because, he was somebody that was shooting around 70% at the rim, and, people are going to have to collapse on him, and that'll leave shooters open, and just gives us another dynamic to our team. And, I mean, we were AC last year. Who knows what we could be with Zion next year.
As far as the draft, we're now about a week away from it. 1 year ago, you were waiting to hear your name called. Do you follow the draft at all, what the Pelicans may do? Do you work out with any of these guys? Do you know any of these guys? And do you have any advice for some of the young players that are coming into, as you said, a man's league?
I would say I definitely pay attention to it because I feel like being a role model is something that was like a purpose of mine in life, and I want to make sure that I am giving back in that way. And so there are guys within my agency. When I went back down to Miami, I was working out with them, just trying to give them little bits of advice. And, every time I meet a guy that comes into draft work, I always just tell him good luck because, this process is long and it's tiring, but it's also like super fun and super just like people should just be thankful for it because, not a lot of people get this opportunity. And I would just say really try not to go into it like stressing out too much on what can happen. You just got to control what you can control.
Is there, I'm not looking for a name, but you work out with certain guys. You may have somebody that represents you, that represents another player. Will you be watching, seeing what the Pelicans do potentially with the 8th pick and hoping it's somebody that you say he's going to fit great with this team?
I know they'll make a good decision, so that's all I will say. I will not jump on that side. So,
all right.
Yeah.
I also don't want you to go too deep because sometimes players talking about other players is not the best thing in the world. It's great TV, but you're a young player. Are you watching the finals, and what have you thought of Golden State and the Celtics?
No, I'm definitely watching the finals. I mean, this is where we want to be, and you got to look at different things that teams do and whether they execute. Watching like the really great players and. I would just say you can tell that Golden State's been there before, like especially after game 5, you could tell that they've been there before. They weren't really like going against each other, like breaking down. And I feel like the Celtics, they're really a good team, but I feel like they're gonna have to get over that mental hump for sure.
All right, 2 more questions here. You've now been in New Orleans almost a year. Do you like the food? Do you like the city? Do you like when you walk around and people say, they recognize you as a Pelicans player? Are you feeling more comfortable in our city?
No, I love the city. I really do. Everybody shows a lot of love. Food here is amazing. Still trying to find more food spots, so I'll definitely take suggestions on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And, I mean, I do have a chef, too, so I can't, there's not a lot of times where I go out to restaurants. But when I do, though, I want to make sure I'm eating something good. And so, I like the entire city. It's just different. I would definitely say that. It's not like any other city in the world, I would say.
All right, final question here. The voice of the Pelicans is Joel Myers. You wore a funny T-shirt at the end of the season. Again, does that just show the camaraderie from the top to the bottom of the organization when players are even, bringing the broadcasters in? I am friends with Joel, and I do love him to death, and I think he got a kick out of your T-shirt.
No, for sure. I mean, I would talk to Joel before every game, basically, and really good guy, always trying to uplift spirit and give advice. And so I just thought, I saw on Twitter somebody made that album cover, I guess. And I was like, wow, it'd be kind of cool to put on a T-shirt. And, I hit up one of the guys that I know makes T-shirts, made it for me. And I'm seeing a lot of other people doing that too as well, like trying to put their team or their coaches on T-shirts. And I'm not going to say I was the first one to do it, but, one of the people.
All right, and as we wrap up here, the chairs were a good idea since your feet easily touch the ground and mine are nowhere close to the ground. I think that was a good call, right?
For sure.
Just quickly as we stand up here, I don't think this is good. You want to stand up? I think the chairs were definitely the way to go since we no longer see your head if you stand up. All right, Trey, I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the offseason.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Should we duck down? Oh, there, I think they fixed it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sir, for sure.